everyone. On behalf garu. The Cyberabad Police Commissioner and the Chairman of SCSC, Shri M. Stephen Ravindra IPS garu. And we have the founder of Scient Limited, a technology company, Shri BVR Mohan Reddy garu. We also have Manisha Sabu, Srimati Manisha Sabu garu. She is the president of HICIA and center head for Infosys SEC. So that's the list of dignitaries we have who are doing the rounds in COE. We should be expecting them very shortly here with us. And we will start with the lamp lighting. And then we will go as planned. Thank you for your patience, for being such a nice audience. Coming? Oh my God. You want the other door also? You want the other door also to be open? Other door also to be open? Entry. They should know that we have introduced them. That's okay. You should introduce them. I will do. Joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our chief guest of the event today, Honorable Minister for Industries and Commerce, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Municipal Administration and Urban Development of Telangana State, Shri Kalvakuntla Tarakaram Rao garu. Please welcome Honorable Minister of Home, Prisons and Fire Services of Telangana State, Shri Mohammed Mahmood Ali garu. Please welcome our Director General of Police, Telangana State, Shri Mahendra Reddy IPS garu. Please welcome the Cyberabad Police Commissioner and the Chairman of the SCSC, Shri M. Stephen Ravindra IPS garu. Also, please welcome one of our dignitaries today, the founder of Scient Limited, Shri BVR Mohan Reddy garu. All right. Yeah. Let us start with a big round of applause for just congratulating ourselves for the launch of COE just now by our chief guest. today. And as part of our culture, just like we do before starting any new thing, today too, let's begin with the auspicious lamp lighting ceremony to invoke the divine presence. For this, I request all the dignitaries to proceed towards the lamp, please. Come up, look at you. The lamp lighter, come up. Okay. So, intro? Intro. Mere sir. I will stand here only. Evaru? Okay. Please also welcome our additional Director General of Police, Anjani Kumar Garu. Sure, sir. Okay. Invite him. Ladies and gentlemen, please also welcome our Principal Secretary for Industries and Commerce, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Sri Jayesh Ranjan Garu, on to the dais, please. Over to Srini.
In the interest of time, we'll get started with the agenda of the program here. To begin with, may I invite Krishna Yedula, who is the Secretary General of SCSC, to address the gathering and welcome each one of you. Krishna Yedula.
Honorable Minister for IT, Sri KT Ramarao Garu, Honorable Home Minister, Sri Mahmood Ali Garu, DGP of Telangana State, Sri Mahendra Reddy Garu, Principal Secretary IT, Jayesh Ranjan Garu, Scient Founding Chairman, Sri BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, Stephen Garu, Commissioner Cyberabad Police, Ranjit Reddy Garu, MP Chevalla, MLA Arikapudi Gandhi Garu, MLC Naveen Garu, Police Commissioners CV Anand Garu, Mahesh Bhagwat Garu, Anjani Sir, and all the senior police officers, leaders and captains from IT industry, advisors of Center of Excellence for Cyber Safety, friends from academia, and friends from media. A very good afternoon to all of you. Apologies for the delay by about half an hour here to be in front of you. It's a proud moment for all of us at Cyberabad Security Council and Cyberabad Police to have launched Telangana State Police Center of Excellence for Cyber Safety. SCSC, which is a brainchild of Sri Mahendra Reddy Garu way back in 2006, I must say today we are at a sweet spot, having completed 16 long years. This launch of Center of Excellence is yet another turning point for SCSC, aligning to its core essence of collaboration and inclusion of various stakeholders in the society. With active support from progressive government and industry-friendly police organization in the state, SCSC has evolved as a unique body which has 6 industry verticals and 6 functional horizontals, catering to IT, pharma, manufacturing, healthcare, hospitality, and realty sectors, with our innovative and impactful programs across women's safety, road safety, cyber security, infrastructure security, education, and employment. Today, we have 4 such security councils in our state, which is at Cyberabad, Hyderabad, Rajkonda, and Sangareddy, and many more in the making. IT industry in other states did try to replicate this unique model, but they failed even to take off. Primary reason being, unless there are progressive governments around there, industry-friendly police organizations there, these councils will not see the light of day, though how much of effort the industry puts in to do so. We are very fortunate and blessed from that perspective here, thanks to our Honorable Chief Minister, KCR Garu, Honorable IT Minister, KTR Garu, Honorable Home Minister, Mahmood Ali Garu, for their leadership and continued support for us. Sir, some of the great initiatives that we have taken up along the years is conceptualizing certain key initiatives and signature initiatives like She Shuttles. Sir, if you may recall, in 2015, you launched the first She Shuttle, and today we have a fleet of 14 She Shuttles, thanks to the support from industry members who've been supporting to run these shuttles. Traffic volunteers is a big force here from IT employees. We have programs like Margadharshaks and Sangamitras, a She Safe Hubs to take care of our women workforce. SCSC has developed a massive volunteer force across these wings, working in close collaboration with the police and the communities. With massive adoption of technology and internet deeply embedded into everyone's life, SCSC organized multiple national and international level conclaves and thought leadership sessions to promote cybersecurity. SCSC and Cyberabad Police is also working to strengthen the COE through international collaborations, adopting already available technologies and extend the service horizon throughout the state of Telangana. Sir, this COE is a perfect example that fits your 3I mantra, sir. That is innovation, infrastructure, and inclusion. We always hear you saying this, sir. This COE perfectly fits into that framework. Last but not the least, what is gratifying about this initiative is the impact this COE is going to make on the society is making me feel that the journey of SCSC has just begun in 2022. I thank all the industry partners who have come forward to collaborate with SCSC and Cyberabad Police in crafting this and bringing it to the level of launching today. Congratulations to the entire team, and sincere thanks to DGP Sri Mahendra Reddy Garu and Stephen Ravindra Garu for the continued guidance and support. Thank you again once all, and congratulations to each and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna. I think you've been one of the strongest pillars, being with SCSC right from the inception. Year 2006 and 22, you continue to be there and leading the way from the front. Thank you so much, Krishna. Up next, the team at COA has put together a video which will showcase the journey it has undertaken so far and what's in store for all of us. So may I request the team at the back end to play the video, please.
What's a day without technology? Unthinkable. Banking, entertainment, communication, travel, and work. Everything that's at one's fingertips will come to a standstill. Where technology has made life easier for individuals and enterprises, the same has been exploited by many criminals, giving a surge to cyber crimes. With the increasing digital footprint leaving a trail of information online, attackers have the easy access to the customized data, resulting in citizens and enterprises being constantly under the radar of cyber attackers, falling prey to various frauds. Unlike traditional crimes, Cybercrime blurs police jurisdiction, necessitating investigation methods different from conventional methods. To investigate each attack vector effectively with a strengthened process, Telangana Police opted for collaborative support from different providers beyond police jurisdiction. The partnership between various stakeholders will lead to higher detection of crimes, shorter investigation cycles, and higher conviction rate, eventually encouraging high reporting amongst citizens and enterprises. Over the years, Telangana has grown into an industrial hub.
We all at Telangana Police are delighted to announce the launch of Center of Excellence for Cyber Safety. The cyber crimes have been on the increase. Now a stage has come where every crime has a cyber component in one form or the other. It's not only the individuals who are affected, but the institutions, the industries, the governments, every one of the stakeholders of the society are impacted by the cyber crimes. Therefore, there's a need for all the institutions to come together and work together to ensure that we develop appropriate frameworks to counter the menace of cyber crimes.
The inception of Center of Excellence is to mitigate cybersecurity incidents and frauds by spreading awareness, improving skills, setting up processes, leveraging technology, and providing a platform for all stakeholders to collaborate under public-private partnership model. The center is a collaborative engine to create a cyber-friendly ecosystem. With the support of academia and industry leaders across the world to help identify and prevent cyber threats at grassroots level.
In line with the vision of building a safe cyber ecosystem for Telangana, Telangana State Police Center of Excellence for Cyber Safety is envisaged. This is an industry-led initiative curated by Cyberabad Police as a trusted partner to citizens, industry and academia. This complements various government initiatives for IT with special focus on financial frauds, enterprise threats and special and emerging crimes. With data-driven approach and continuous innovation culture, we have built the first ever citizen SOC for effective response to cyber crimes, an automated investigative tool for investigation officers, TAC unit for proactive hunting of cyber criminal gangs, and a policy advocacy group for systemic interventions to mitigate cyber threats.
So with surge in cybercrime, we realize that we need to strengthen our capability to investigate at scale and increase our prosecution percentage. And that's why in our first set of operational building blocks, we first focus on standardizing on various investigation SOPs for all 155 plus crimes, and we enumerated by identifying 16 crime handles which are used by criminals for doing that. This was supported by a 24x7 team which was helping IOs in field and which is continuously taking feedback from IOs and passing it on to the engineering team and cyber academy team. Additionally, we are taking this data and in real time doing hunt to identify other crimes which are still not reported and do a prevention on that. The second building block which we focus on is all about identifying gaps which are indicated by these crimes and then reporting it to authority in form of policy recommendation. The other operational capability which we built is to interact with industry organization, where our focus is MSME, where we do surveys and identify gaps so that we can do awareness program on that. All this operational capability is supported by our capability building blocks, where there is a cyber academy which focuses on skilling our IOs. We have a lab which helps in doing advanced digital investigation. We have MSRC which focuses on doing R&D on emerging technology like blockchain or dark web, which are used for various crimes, and fourth, which is doing industry partnership.
Center of Excellence is one of the leading initiatives by the Society for Cyberabad Security Council.
Cyberabad Security Council, an institution set up under joint collaboration with industry and Cyberabad police, operates closely with various stakeholders for a safe and secure ecosystem. Being a unique model in the country, SCSC runs many pioneering programs across road safety, women safety, physical infrastructure safety, and also cyber security for the benefit of industry in particular and society at large. Today, there is a compelling need to work on digital safety, which is why SCSC embarked on creating the Center of Excellence for Cyber Safety. Ever since we conceptualized this COE, we received tremendous support from various sectors, including industry, academia, and citizen forums. As this is the most sought after and an exceptional initiative of SCSC, we are confident that the outcomes shall benefit each and every one of you in a sustained manner.
So next up, may I call upon the Commissioner of Police, Cyberabad, and the Chairman of SCSC, Sri Stephen Ravindra Garu, to share the inaugural address. Sir.
To the esteemed dignitaries, Honorable Minister for IT&C, Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Sri KTR Garu, Honorable Minister for Home, Sri Mohammad Ali Garu, respected DGP Telangana, Sri Mahendra Reddy Sir, respected Principal Secretary for IT, Sri Jayesh Sir, public representatives, senior police officers, media, esteemed guests from the corporate, esteemed advisors of COE, partners, colleagues, and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. I welcome and thank each and every one of you for being here today. With the overarching objective of securing the cyberspace of Telangana, we have launched the Telangana State Police Cyber Safety COE today in order to secure the cyber ecosystem for the state of Telangana. It's a dream come true for Telangana Police and Cyberabad Commissionerate. As you all know, Telangana Police is at the forefront in terms of technology adoption. This tech-enabled policing is data-driven, evidence-based, proactive, intelligence-led, and non-intrusive. The new age policing or the next-gen policing has to cater to multicultural societies, plural democracies, adhering to democratic rules, thereby harnessing the crime statistics and data management, empathetic public order management, and intelligent use of technology as a force multiplier. The next-gen policing has to be people-centric, custom-designed, predictive, and preventive as well. As we all know that Telangana state under the able leadership of our beloved CM Garu and our Minister Garu is witnessing a rapid urbanization with an average growth rate of 70%, with more than 2 lakh crore IT exports and 18% growth and thousands of new jobs created and investment of thousands of crores by creating new municipal corporations, municipalities, and making it more livable by providing better flyovers, roads, drinking water, better sewerage facilities. The government Telangana has given prime importance to the development of Hyderabad city. As more and more people are preferring to move to less congested areas, the police is confronted with new challenges. Unless the technology is adopted in a big way, we will not be able to confront these new age challenges. The government of Telangana and our beloved Honorable CM Garu has provided the necessary resources in terms of manpower, equipment, funding to tackle these crimes for the police department. As the world is progressing leaps and bounds with the adoption of new technology sparked by sudden growth of work from home culture, online activity, digital transactions, remote education, fraudsters are employing new methods to commit cyber crimes. There is an imperative need to secure the cyberspace. Since all these crimes are new age, all the stakeholders such as the government, law enforcement, industry, civil society, academia needs to collaborate and work in tandem. We at Telangana Police have always been at the forefront of the country when it comes to providing security in the physical space. Emerging and new age crimes require a multi-pronged and a comprehensive effort which is out of the box and unique. In this endeavor, the citizen and the industry are valuable partners to us to leverage the technology and their talent pool. In partnership, we have launched the TS Police COE for cyber safety under the aegis of our visionary Minister Garu today and our HM Garu and our DG Garu. The launch of the COE will augment the efforts of the government and pave a new way to tackle this crime. I am proud to state that the center will have the first citizen SOC of the world, and it is the first of its kind which will provide real-time services and solutions to many problems that the citizens and the industry face. The center will also develop and force with acumen a data-driven investigation. I invite all the members of various industry and academia to partner and work with us in this endeavor. So we have formed a team at COU to effectively handle the ongoing cybercrime investigation through the Ops unit. Also, we have proactively hunting for cybercrime criminals with a data-driven and evidence-based approach to the TAC team. We have many firsts in this initiative, changing the approach of the cybercrime investigation to crime handles used by the criminals instead of the conventional MO, proactive approach in going after these gangs, mules, and phishing URLs, automating the workflow, and also today launching the first crime OS, which will basically automate the entire investigation of the cyber crimes. We are proud of the work processes and which is data driven, and it is continuing evolving. This is just a beginning, and we look forward for a more active participation from each and every one of the stakeholders towards a common goal of mitigating cyber crimes. We are not just trying to build an institution, we are augmenting an active ecosystem of Telangana state towards a safe cyberspace. Thank you one all for participating today.
Thank you, CP sir. As a next part, we have the launch of Crime OS, an investigative tool developed by CyberEye, a Hyderabad startup using MS Cloud. For this, now we invite our Honorable Minister, Shri KT Ramarao Garu, and Mr. Ram Ganesh, CEO of CyberEye and Technical Director of COE. Let that be over. Hida? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Crime OS. We have now reached the moment to launch the COE website. For this, may I invite our Honorable Minister, Shri Mahmood Ali Garu. You from here, you take full. A standard of procedures, SOP book, has been compiled by the technical team of COE, and we would like to take this opportunity to request all the dignitaries on the dais to release the same. For this, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, and also we welcome Krishna Yedula Garu and Kalmesh Garu. Kalmesh Garu, Shigneshwar, IPS, DCP Crimes, and Director Operations, COE. Please come on to the dais, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Up next, may I call upon Sri BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, Founder Chairman of Scient Limited, to deliver his address.
Honorable Ministers KT Ramarao Garu, Muhammad Ali Garu, Mahendra Reddy Garu, Jayesh Ranjan Garu, Stephen Ravindra Garu, many more dignitaries of the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, let me congratulate the Telangana State Police for taking this initiative in inaugurating the Center for Excellence for Cybersecurity, one of the first amongst all the states in this country. It's a great initiative. It lives with the times that we are in. And I think let's join our hands to congratulate them one more time for the effort that Telangana State Police has put in. Just to give you a context where we are at this point of time, out of the 1.3 billion Indians, 650 million of them are on the internet at this juncture. I don't have the specific statistic in terms of devices that are going onto the internet, but globally at this point of time, while we have 5 billion people on the internet, we have another 15 billion things on the internet, which means the power of network right now is at about 20 billion. That's what it is currently. But it is also certainly making rapid progress. The COVID-19 pushed us further, but I think we have also to understand that technology is pushing it further. I'm sure many of you heard all about the 5G technologies. It certainly will bring tremendous amount of benefit to all of mankind. What was not possible so far in terms of telesurgery is possible with 5G technologies. You'll have less than 1 millisecond of latency. So the result is that you can have the stylus of a doctor moving in a remote location 10,000 miles apart. You'll find the knife moving on the patient on the other side. Users bleed. You could do cauterization in less than a second's time. This is absolutely great. Amazing stuff that's happening in terms of progress in digital technologies. On the other side, if you look at the crime that's happening on the internet at this point of time, this is also galloping. Between the Q2 quarter of 2021 to now, there's almost a 150% increase in terms of cybercrime. And 2/3 of that happens to be in financial crimes. About 15% of them are more in the area of online social media. And a third one, which is unpardonable, is all about child pornography, obscene material distribution, and so on and so forth. Though it could be certainly smaller percentage from that perspective, that it is important that we address that too. That is where we are as a digital economy around the world. Certainly what we see is just not the common citizen being impacted by the challenges we have in cybercrime. Companies around the world, we are all constantly under threat for being attacked all the time. To give you a flavor, we had 1,116 attacks a week on our website in the last 6 months. And that's roughly the average that happens around with fairly, top 10,000 companies around the world. So therefore, it's not just limited to common citizens alone that we have a challenge with enterprises too. And this is becoming manifold because we have this new syndrome called work from home. We're opening up all our networks to everybody and anybody. And while it's true, as we speak at this point of time, only about 60% of our workforce is working from home, we think in a stable situation, we'll still have about 18 to 20% of people working from home. So therefore, there is enormous amount of challenge that is associated. Let me come to the relevance of this context that I set up in the today's world of Telangana and Hyderabad. Whichever way you look at it, the happening city in India today is Hyderabad. Just to give you one statistic, in the last 2 years, the multinational technology companies which came to India, 50% of them have set up their development centers in the city of Hyderabad. So we have, why is this happening? It's because of number of reasons, and number of reasons which happened over a period of time, and especially so in the last 8 years. Certainly, I like to compliment KTR Garu, K. Tarak Ramarao Garu, who had this vision in terms of developing the city of Hyderabad and providing all that infrastructure that's required, doing marketing like a frontline salesman to bring in all these companies here. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I request all of you to join your hands to thank KT Ramarao Garu. So, given the situation that we have, it becomes very important that we provide security to all these companies more intensely than any other city in India. And certainly what we are seeing is that initiative of this nature, which is the Cyber Security Council that we have created, will certainly go a long way in terms of helping all of us. I just have 3 suggestions to make. I'll conclude with that. Suggestion number 1 is the level of awareness for cyber crimes has to increase in the society. And we talked about it a little while earlier. KT Ramarao Garu was part of that conversation. Mahendra Reddy Garu was also there. There's a small taboo saying that, if the reporting goes up, the percentages might reflect poorly on this province of Telangana or city of Hyderabad. But the point is, unless we probably create that awareness, we will not be in a position to eradicate this. People are certainly very hesitant to report them itself. So therefore, the awareness at the school level, I keep saying catch them early at the school stage. And equally important is, I think the parents have to get educated. So therefore, the first suggestion I have is making sure that awareness levels grow because of the center of excellence that we are creating at this point of time. The second one is that we also need to do enormous amount of capacity building. what we have today, we found, I had the opportunity of walking through the Center of Excellence along with KTR Garu and Muhammad Ali Garu. And we saw very bright people. These are, I believe, ASIs, SIs, or police constables for that matter. But they were very bright. They were very communicative. But how many people did I see in all is what I was counting at. There probably were no more than about 200. Probably 500 are there outside my purview of eyesight, or there may be 5,000. But what's the population that we have? So we have to build capacity in terms of cybersecurity in this province. And I think the good news that we have is we have the best of education institutions in the city of Hyderabad, whether it's the IIIT or the IIT or the Nalsar or the University of Hyderabad, several more. So therefore, a second suggestion is if you can probably improve this connectivity between academics and the Cyber Security Center of Excellence, I think will go a long way. And I think it's very important that we do this because capacity for catching these criminals, because this is not something which can be solved by technology. It's not going to be solved with one act of people. It has to be a continuous, tireless war that we'll wage, so long as technology is there, and we can't wipe it out either. So the result is that we have to therefore equip ourselves to make sure that we have enough of capacity building done. My last suggestion is that I have enormous amount of respect for police force. In the interest of transparency, I should share with all of you that I'm also a son of a police officer. I proudly tell that in every place that I have an opportunity. I grew as many as 20 years in an APSP camp. I'm proud of it. But at the same time, can I expect a police officer to have the subject matter expertise on cybersecurity? That is not going to be possible. That is where I think industry has to come forward. Industry has to come forward to provide the subject matter expertise in making sure that this will become a successful center of excellence. I have a small little submission to make, and that is we will offer from our company, the company that I lead is Scient, a subject matter expert pro bono to the Center of Excellence for at least 2 years to start with. And my appeal to all my industry friends is we need to bring that expertise into the center. So that is how we will that is how truly we will have participation of government, which is doing all the policy advocacy for us, the department, which is the police department, the academia, the industry, and the citizens. So these are the few thoughts I thought I'll share with you, and congratulations again to the Telangana State Police for starting the Center of Excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan Reddy Garu. We now invite Sri Rajiv Kumar, Managing Director of Microsoft, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Srivenendra sir, thank you, DGP sir, for all the opportunity you gave us to build something that is unique in the world, actually. Just before coming here, we visited the SOC, the building behind this building, and to see hundreds of investigation officers being productive and fighting crime with confidence is just very energizing and humbling, actually. I'll tell you why humbling. I'll tell you a story. It was just about 1 year back. It was November 27th last year, 2021. I came to meet Srivenendra sir, right in this building, actually, upstairs. And he and we talked because he was the new Commissioner of Police in this area. And we talked for many things. And then he said something that really piqued my interest. He said, Rajiv, before COVID, 80% of crime was physical. After COVID today, 80% is digital. And the other 20% is also digital connected because people who do the crime, they make the phone calls and then they follow up and this and that. And that got me very excited and thinking, how can we connect and build a solution to help? Because his other data was that there are hundreds of opportunities. We know crime happened, but we can't find the criminal. We don't even know where to start, how do you get the data, and how do you make sure that everything is connected so you can prove in the court this is the person who did it. And in like just 12 months later today, to see a functioning solution across 6 rooms with hundreds of police officers, it was very, very exciting to me. Just to give you data, the previous year before this COE got started, there were about 327 crimes, investigated 20, 2 people went from criminal to crime. Now 100% of crime is getting investigated with confidence. Confidence because there is a workflow in the solution that you saw. It is in the language of the choice of the person who is going to investigate. Also, I feel this is super unique because I'm from Microsoft and I build all these solutions across the world, but I'll tell you this is probably a unique solution in the world. Crime always has many, thank you. Crime always have many data. Like you take any crime, there'll be hundreds of phone calls, hundreds of SMS. No human being can create or make sense out of that. But machine learning, with all the data that we have put in this solution, the machine can tell you by looking at 3 data, saying, okay, these 3 things were used in 7 other cases 3 years back. This was the account used, this was the phone number used, this was the SMS used, and then you get started. And then we have automated the process of getting call logs, getting information from different providers, and then make things very efficient. For example, if you look at the data, and we are looking at all the data, if you saw all these charts, just in the since July, this solution has been on, we have saved about 3,500 hours. That is like 10 man-years of work just saved and accelerated. So thank you for building such an amazing solution for this. I also feel this is just the first one in the country. We started with one commissionerate. I think it will go to, hopefully after the launch, it will go to the whole state. Then it will go to all the states in India. It will be all of India. Then I really feel we can take this worldwide because crime is the same everywhere. One of the crime that started in Hyderabad, I don't know how much money, 24 lakhs or something. You know, the criminal was sitting in Mughal Sarai in UP. And about 9.5 crore rupees was recovered when they caught the person, actually. So with cybercrime, it is really not about a location anymore. It's not about a state. It's not about a country. Many of the crimes will be across countries. So I really feel very energized because this can change the world, actually. So I look forward to continuing to work with this team and with the Cyberabad Crime Center and make this a worldwide solution. So with that, thanks to everybody here, and thank you all for listening. Thank you.
To your phone. Thank you, Rajiv Kumar, sir. We now invite Shri Jayesh Ranjan IAS, Principal Secretary, IT and Companies, to address the gathering now.
Honorable Minister for Home, Shri Mahmood Ali Sahab, Honorable IT Minister, respected DGP sir, respected Mohan Reddy Garu, Shri Stephen Ravindra, senior police officers, directors of IIT, Triple IT, respected Member of Parliament, respected MLA, MLC, senior representatives from industries, all the stakeholder representatives. My congratulations first of all to Telangana Police led by respected DGP. This is yet another feather in the cap. In fact, Telangana Police has a stellar reputation in the country for being the pioneers in utilizing technology. I still remember many years ago, tools like e-cop and the entire surveillance and monitoring and analytics system which has been built. People still talk about it in other parts of the country as well. And as Rajiv pointed out, this is again something which is truly world class. Many of you would be aware that our government is rapidly enhancing digital infrastructure in our state. We have again a national role model project which is called T-Fiber, and it is only a matter of months before every government institution will get reliable optic fiber connectivity, and few months beyond that, every home will get connected with internet. And one can imagine when so much of digital access is provided to people, how much of initiatives can be taken on digital education, health, e-commerce, skilling, livelihoods. But what we also see, because some of these digital infrastructure have already been laid, we see that the utilization of this infrastructure, uptake of this infrastructure is still much lower than what we anticipate. And when we have dived deep into this issue, we found that incidents of cyber fraud, cyber crime, these are actually pushing back people, particularly in the rural areas. Before COVID, I mean, after our country saw this withdrawal of currency notes, demonetization, at that time a big push was given to digital financial transactions. And we had tried to really spread across all the villages, give messages to the people that they can utilize. At that time, we ourselves had come up with a payment instrument called T-Wallet. And we had tried to promote it. We had tried to tell people that use digital means. But I remember in those days, this would come very, very frequently in the media, what is typically called as the know your, KYC fraud. Like someone will ask for your name, phone number, and in that process, he or she will take your passcode as well. And obviously money will start flowing out of your account. So these kind of incidents had really created a scare in the rural areas, particularly in working class neighborhoods in the cities. And it has taken lots of effort to comfort people that these are stray cases, one-off cases, etc. But as other speakers pointed out, creating that awareness and a sense of confidence in people is very, very important. Under the IT Act, I also try cases in a quasi-judicial kind of a manner. And I have seen people who have been the victims of cyber fraud, cyber bullying, cyber stalking, parents of young people. And the kind of misery I see in their eyes and in their world is very, very tragic. In fact, anyone who has been a victim of a crime gets anxious and feels very sad and disappointed with it. But particularly the victims of cyber crime, they are, because of the uncertainty, who is the person on the other side, what is happening, is this the first of many which will happen later on. I mean, there's a huge sense of uncertainty, ambiguity, and what else will I get affected with, what else will I lose, remains a very big kind of a question mark hanging over their head. So let us also look at how do we reach out to the victims, give them confidence, tell them that we have such advanced systems today that every crime which is happening in the cyber world will be tracked, justice will prevail. In fact, now that we have such advanced tools and systems here, we should also publicize our successes, how efficiently we have been able to tackle a particular crime, render justice to the victim, etc. Because that creating that confidence is very, very important. The other couple of quick points which I'll mention is that we do have other institutions. Stephen, you are aware about it, that we have our own SOC not very far from here, where all the databases of the government are protected. We maintain the state data center there. And as you would imagine, some of the databases of the state government are extremely critical. I mean, I'm sure I don't have precise data, but umpteen attempts are made to hack our database as well. But because of the advanced CM tools, etc., that we use in the last 8 years, not even one single incident of any kind of hacking or data theft has happened here, though we keep reading about it happening in so many other states and so many other agencies quite a lot. So obviously there is a good scope of exchange of knowledge between our SOC and the SOC that you are setting up here. Of course, I appreciate the fact that your SOC is more citizen-facing, more citizen-friendly, but some tools of incidents monitoring, etc., we can definitely share. Similarly, as a government, we also subscribe to a very valuable database, which is called the Verizon Incidents Report. I mean, Verizon, as all of you would know, is a telecom company. They compile incidents across the world. All possible cyber attacks which have happened throughout the world is compiled into an annual publication. So we subscribe to that and we get some very, very valuable information. So some of these patterns and recognition and footprints that Rajiv spoke about, we'll be happy to share that input also with you, So it will be a valuable asset. Also, again, we have a, just as you are getting the industry participate in this center of excellence, we also have a center of excellence with the help, which has been set up with the help of the industry. The foremost industry body in data security is called the DSCI, Data Security Council of India. It's an offshoot of NASSCOM. And DSCI has chosen to set up their center of excellence in Hyderabad. And lots of solution development happens in that center of excellence. It is not focused as much on awareness creation, etc., or tracking cases or rendering justice, but they are the people who will help you create lots of tools, simple tools like how do you protect your identity in your mobile phones and stuff like that. So lots of work happens in that center of excellence, and I'll be happy to connect them also to you, so that in this particular center of excellence also, you always remain one up, a curve ahead of the people who are actually perpetrating these kind of crimes. But nevertheless, this is something which will strengthen the role that Telangana government plays in utilizing latest technologies, emerging technologies, for the benefit of the people. So my congratulations to DGP sir, to Stephen, all the senior police officers. I also appreciate the fact that I just flipped through the SOP book, and I found that it has been written by actually people who are in the operational side, people who are constables, head constables. They have written this book actually, and the fact that you have acknowledged them as authors of this book shows the kind of mindset that you have. It is very, very welcoming and refreshing. So congratulations once again, and best wishes.
Thank you, Jayesh Garu. Well, I'm mindful that we are running a little late, and hunger pangs are really, causing a turmoil. But trust me, the best is yet to come. So please bear with us for some more time. So moving on. Next, I'd like to invite Sri Mahender Reddy Garu, IPS, Director General of Police, Telangana State, to address the gathering and share his vision for COE, because he's one person who's actually, conceived the whole idea, and we'll be happy to hear from him, what led to that idea and where we are today. Sir.
Honorable Minister for IT and Industries, Shri KT Ramarao Garu, Honorable Minister for Home, Shri Mahmood Ali Garu, Honorable Founder Chairperson, Scient, Shri B.V. Mohan Reddy Garu, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, my esteemed colleague and Special CS, IT Industries, Mr. Stephen Ravindra, the Commissioner of Police, Cyberabad, Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Ranjit Reddy Garu, Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Mr. Gandhi Garu, Honorable MLC, Naveen Rao Garu, all the senior police officers, all the senior government officials, the leaders and captains of the industry, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud privilege and honor that we have today with us the doyen of the IT industry, who has been leading from the front and has made a mark in terms of transforming the entire ecosystem of Telangana in terms of spreading IT, not only from Hyderabad to all the districts, and I'm sure it will go up to the taluk and the village levels in the times to come. Sir, we are honored by your presence here today as the IT and Industries Minister, and we also feel delighted and happy and proud that our Honorable Home Minister is present on this august occasion. Sir, this is a dream coming true for Telangana Police. As we have been watching in our careers in the last 35 years, how the crime has been transforming from time to time. And with the internet revolution,
the digital technologies. The crime has transformed so much that today there is no crime without the digital component. Added to that, I can very confidently say that in the civic society, there is no individual who is not impacted by the cybercrime and the crime emanating out of the digital world in one form or the other. So therefore, if the police organizations need to be relevant, be effective, and serve the interests of the society, there's a need for the police departments to transform themselves from the traditional, mechanistic, force-oriented organizations to tech-savvy, process-driven organizations where every policeman within the organization is able to handle these technology-based crimes with ease and ensure that the society at large is safe, secure. For the government of Telangana, we are lucky. The Honorable Chief Minister, from the inception of the state of Telangana, he has given highest priority for the maintenance of law and order, safety and security in the state. The Honorable Chief Minister firmly believes that peace and public order, the sense of safety and security is an essential prerequisite for the development and welfare of the society. If the peace prevails, if the sense of safety and security prevails, we can attract global investments, we can attract domestic investments, and ensure that the industry grows at exponential pace. That's how we can create wealth. In turn, this wealth which is created can improve the quality of life for each and everyone in the society. That's how the government has been focusing on improving the law enforcement, enabling the capacity building of the police organizations in terms of the manpower, in terms of their tools, technologies, competency building, the process improvements, and the leadership development at all levels. That's how today I can proudly say that the Telangana Police is one of the best police organizations in the country, and we are the first in the country, undoubtedly, in the use of technologies as force multiplier. With the support of the government, with the support of Honorable Minister for IT and Municipal Administration, Industries, and the Honorable Chief Minister's encouragement, today we have 10 lakh CCTV cameras across the state, and there is a certainty of being caught and certainty of being punished for every offense that takes place in Telangana. And if that sense of safety and security, if that certainty is given, then this, the entire citizenry, the society would feel safe and secure. The moment the Telangana state was formed, the Honorable Chief Minister visualized and told us in the very first meeting that we must have a state-of-art emergency response system wherein every citizen, whether rich, poor, whether he is influential, not influential, connected in the government, not connected with the police department, whether it is male, female, child, adult, old, irrespective of that, every citizen must have a sense of reassurance that if he or she is in distress, the government is there to take care of them. That's how the very first file the Honorable Chief Minister signed after the formation of Telangana state was the sanction of 350 crores towards the patrol cars in the capital city of Hyderabad. We have a statewide, one single number, emergency response management system. Now we have this spread across the state, including the rural areas. And now every patrol officer equipped with the digital technology tools, we have the applications, we have the KPIs, and there's a system to monitor the performance of each and every individual within the system to ensure that every victim who calls the dial 100 or dial 112, he or she is called back to understand whether his or her need has been satisfied in terms of the distress, and whether our policemen have acted with due diligence and ensured that the victim is, the victim's concerns are taken care and the problem is resolved. So therefore, the government of Telangana firmly believes that the safety and security is an essential prerequisite for our progress. And coming to this today's initiative of COE for cyber safety, we had a vision in Telangana Police that Hyderabad, now emerging as the top-notch city in the country for IT, we must have a system, we must have frameworks which should give us the credit that Telangana is the safest in terms of the cyber ecosystem. That's what we wanted to achieve. That is the goal. That is the mission for this initiative. As a part of that, I had the initial discussions with the Society for Cyberabad Security Council members, the industry partners. I involved my esteemed colleague, Mr. Stephen Ravindra. I just gave them the framework, what we want, how we should collaborate, what is the nature of these cyber crimes. It's boundaryless. The offenders are from across the globe. The technologies used are the most recent emerging technologies. Every day they keep changing. The methodologies used are ever changing. So therefore, in case, if our resilience has to be developed, if our framework has to be effective, we need to be equally competitive, equally dynamic, and ensure that we are able to use the latest technologies, latest competencies, and forge collaborations in such a way that we are in a position to face this challenge of digital-based crimes, the digital technology-based crimes or the cyber crimes effectively. It's not only important to register cases, arrest the offenders, that is not enough. Because every citizen, they do not want to become a victim and then get redressed. We need to give them the sense of safety and security that yes, we have an institution, we have a structure, we have a government here, we have a collaboration here, we have a framework which ensures that the entire ecosystem is safe and secure. And or as the organizations, the enterprises, we would be able to carry forward our businesses, our tasks in a fearless manner. As we see, these cyber crimes are affecting not only the individual citizens, but the institutions, enterprises, the government organizations, the police departments, and also each and every citizen of the society. Therefore, there is no person left unaffected by the cybercrimes menace. But if we have to quantify the impact on the society, the crimes that we are looking at in respect of the individuals within the society, I say it's a drop in the ocean. It is not even 1% of the total crime. If an enterprise is affected, if the server is hacked, if the data is stolen, for months together the organization stops functioning. Their capabilities are stolen away. They get neutralized. The effort that has been built over a period of time, that entire thing goes down the drain. And it takes months and years together for them to recover. Like this kind of offenses are now on the increase. But unfortunately, the enterprises are not willing to come forward and then report, because the fact that any organization gets affected with cyber crimes, their marketability, their credibility, their veracity it goes down. So therefore, they are not willing. Therefore, we wanted to find a solution, an institution which would work on these concerns, detect these offenders, but we would ensure that the identity of the organizations which are affected by the cybercrime do not come into the public domain. So therefore, we wanted to have the industry partnership, the partnership with various stakeholders, the institutions like IIT Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, ISB, and several other organizations, the T-Hub. So all these actors would come together, build a very resilient framework so as to ensure that we become dynamic in our capacity building, in our technologies, tools, and in the long run, we become completely safe and secure as far as the cyber safety is concerned. So as you all know, the Honorable Chief Minister has recently inaugurated the state-level police command and control center. I would like to just inform you that the state-level command and control center is going to house dozens of such COEs in that institution, which will work on various aspects of safety, security, various aspects of functional effectiveness of all government departments, since it's going to be a multi-agency center. So this effort, which is curated by Cyberabad Police, is part of the larger objective of the Command Control Center at the state level. I'm very grateful to Stephen Ravindra and also the Society for Cyberabad Security Council and all the industry partners who have made this vision a reality. After all, we can have many dreams, but then as long as it does not get converted into an action, it's a mere waste of time. And today, I feel it's a great joy for me, and this vision that Telangana as a state, we become safe and secure, the most safe and secure environment in terms of the cyber ecosystem, that vision is getting realized, and we are very glad and very upbeat with the presence of the Honorable Minister for IT, Industries and Municipal Administration, because their partnerships with the government department, with police department, the IT industry, IT-related organizations within the government, the municipal administration, and several other aspects which combinedly contribute for the safety and security of the society. Today, his presence is a great morale booster for us, and I thank everyone for being present here and then be a part of this active initiative. I would like to thank everyone who have contributed so significantly within such a short time, and many more are willing to contribute for this initiative from the industry and institutions. We are very grateful to every one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Honorable Minister for Home, Prisons and Fire Services, Sri Mahmood Ali, to deliver his address.
Honorable Minister for IT and MAUD, Shri KTR Inaugurating, Shri M. Mahinder Reddy Garu, DGP Telangana, Shri Stephen Ravindra Garu, Commissioner of Police Cyberabad, Shri B.V.R. Mohan Reddy Garu, Honorable MP Ranjit Reddy Garu, Honorable MNC Shri Parveen Kumar Garu, Honorable MLA Shri Gandhi Garu, Shri Jayesh Ranjan Garu, Principal Secretary IIT, Shri Ravi Gupta Home Secretary Garu, Shri C.B. Anand Garu, Commissioner of Police, Hyderabad, Shri Mahesh Bhagat Garu, CP Rachakunda, and Shri Anjani Kumar, and all IPS officers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon all. I am happy to participate in launch ceremony of Telangana State Police Center of Excellency for Cyber Safety. The center will work in coordination with department and top IT companies, best educational institutions like IITs, etc., banks, to effectively counter cyber crime. Shri Mahinder Reddy Garu, DGP, along with CP Cyberabad, top IT industry experts, directors and professors of IITs, VC, Vice Chancellor, Nalsar University and other experts or advisors to these centers. Today, everything is digital. Internet become essential. General public, government organization and commercial sectors are suffering cyber crime. Cyber attacks many create danger to national security and we have to be present and future ready. Telangana government under the able leadership, Honorable CM Garu and dynamic IT and MAUD Minister Sri KT Ramarao Garu has taken many steps for strengthening police system. Honorable CM Garu, Telangana వచ్చే తర్వాత పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కు చాలా ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. ఎందుకంటే తెలంగాణ మూవ్మెంట్లో చాలా డిస్కషన్లో ఈ మాట వచ్చింది. సీఎం గారు మా కేసీఆర్ గారు ఆ రోజు పార్టీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ అందరూ ఒకటి మాట చెప్పారు, సార్ మీ దగ్గర ల్యాండ్ ఆర్డర్ బాగాలేదు, మీ దగ్గర పవర్ షార్టేజ్ ఉంది, మీ దగ్గర ఫార్మర్స్ చాలా ప్రాబ్లంలో ఉన్నారు, సార్ మీ తెలంగాణ తర్వాత ఎట్లా కంట్రోల్ చేస్తాం. ఆనరబుల్ సీఎం గారు తెలంగాణ వచ్చే తర్వాత పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కు చాలా ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. మా డీజీ గారు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పారు, సార్ ఫస్ట్ బడ్జెట్ అంటే మాకు చాలా మంచి బడ్జెట్ శాంక్షన్ చేశారు. సీసీటీవీ కెమెరా మొత్తం ఇండియాలో మా తెలంగాణ స్టేట్లో 64% కెమెరా ఉంది మా తెలంగాణలో. అలాగే చాలా క్రైమ్ తక్కువ అయింది. స్టార్టింగ్లో తెలంగాణ వచ్చిన తర్వాత చైన్ స్నాచింగ్ క్రైమ్ చాలా ఎక్కువైంది. మా పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ చాలా కంట్రోల్ చేశారు. మా పోలీస్ అంటే తెలంగాణలో నంబర్ 1 పోలీస్ మా తెలంగాణ పోలీస్ ఉంది. మా సీఎం గారు ఎవ్రీ టైం పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కు చాలా ఎంకరేజ్ చేశారు, చాలా బడ్జెట్ శాంక్షన్ చేశారు. మా స్టేట్లో క్రైమ్ డే బై డే తగ్గింది. మరి ఇప్పుడు సైబర్ క్రైమ్ ఎక్కువైతున్నారు. సైబర్ క్రైమ్కు చాలా కంట్రోల్ చేసిన కోసం మా సీఎం గారు చాలా న్యూ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేయాలంటే అందరికీ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇచ్చారు. బడ్జెట్ ఎంత కావాలి అంతా ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నారు. సీఎం గారు గురించి చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. పోలీస్ ఎవ్రీ స్టెప్లో చాలా బాగా స్టెప్ తీసుకుపోయి కంట్రోల్ చేస్తున్నారు. తెలంగాణ సైబర్ క్రైమ్ కోఆర్డినేషన్ సెంటర్ ఈస్ ఆల్రెడీ ఫంక్షనింగ్ and playing important role in controlling cyber crime. అభి డీజీపీ గారు చెప్పారు, మా కమాండ్ అండ్ కంట్రోల్ మా స్టేట్ కొత్త అయిన తర్వాత మా సీఎం గారు డిసిషన్ తీసుకుపోయినా కంప్లీట్ అయింది. ఈ మొత్తం సైబర్ తర్వాత అక్కడ షిఫ్ట్ అవుతున్నారు. మరి ఎవ్రీ పోలీస్ స్టేషన్లో సైబర్లో చాలా అడ్వాన్స్ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. చాలా మనకు చాలా ఆఫీసర్స్, చాలా మా ఇండస్ట్రీస్, మా ఇంటెలెక్చువల్స్ చాలా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. అందరికీ థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. ప్రాపర్లీ ఈరోజు మా ఆనరబుల్ మిస్టర్ కేటీ రామారావు గారు ఈరోజు వచ్చే పోలీసులో డీటెయిల్లో డిస్కషన్ చేశారు. చాలా నేను థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. ఎందుకంటే ఇండియాలో ఫస్ట్ ఇంటెలెక్చువల్ అంటే మా నంబర్ 1 సీఎం అంటే కేసీఆర్ గారు ఉన్నారు. ఇండియాలో యూత్ లీడర్ అంటే నంబర్ 1 అంటే కేటీఆర్ గారు ఉన్నారు. మా ఇండస్ట్రీస్ తీసుకొచ్చిన మా ఇండస్ట్రీస్ పీస్ ఎంత బాగా అయితే అంటే ఎంత ఎక్కువ వస్తున్నారు. ఈ టైంలో మా మినిస్టర్ గారు చాలా ఇండస్ట్రీస్కు తీసుకొచ్చిన ఈ సైబరాబాద్లో అంటే సైబర్ క్రైమ్లో కంట్రోల్ చేసిన ఆల్ మా పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్ బాగా పనిచేస్తున్నారు. నేను ఆనరబుల్ మినిస్టర్ కేటీ రామారావు గారికి థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. ఈరోజు మీరు లాంచ్ బి చేశారు, ఒక బుక్ బి రిలీజ్ చేశారు. ఈ సైబర్ క్రైమ్ డే బై డే ఇప్పుడు చాలా వాచ్ చేశారు. చాలా ఫోన్ ద్వారా అవి ఈ కరోనా తర్వాత సైబర్ క్రైమ్ ఎక్కువైంది. మరి మా తెలంగాణలో క్రైమ్ చేసిన మంచి తక్కువ ఉంది, ఎఫెక్టెడ్ మంచి ఉంది. ఇక్కడికి అది నార్త్ సైడ్లో వచ్చే క్రైమ్ చేస్తున్నారు. నార్త్ సైడ్లో చాలా యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఫోన్ ద్వారా క్రైమ్ చేస్తున్నారు. బ్యాంక్తో డబ్బులు అంటే ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తున్నారు. మా పోలీస్ చాలా ఎఫెక్టివ్ పని చేస్తున్నారు. లాస్ట్ 1 month 2 months బిఫోర్ రాచకొండలో ఇట్ ఎ టైం ఇమీడియట్ విత్ ఇన్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తే 2.5 crores కమిషనర్ గారు సీజ్ చేశారు. చాలా బాగా పనిచేస్తున్నారు. అందరికీ నా పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆల్ ఆఫీసర్కి ఈరోజు ప్రోగ్రాంలో వచ్చిన అందరికీ చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. మీడియా మిత్రులకు, మా ఆల్ ఆఫీసర్కి, మా డైనమిక్ మిస్టర్ కేటీ రామారావు గారు ఈరోజు ఈ సైబరాబాద్ కమిషనర్ ఆఫీస్కి వచ్చిన డీటెయిల్లో అందరితో చాలా డిస్కస్ చేశారు. ఎట్లా కంట్రోల్ చేస్తున్నారు సైబర్ క్రైమ్కి, ఫ్యూచర్ ప్లాన్ ఏంది, ఎట్లా చేయాలని చెప్తున్నారు అని నాకు చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. ఈరోజు వచ్చే ఈ ప్రోగ్రాంలో ఇది బుక్ ఇనాగ్రేషన్లో అది మొత్తం సైబర్ క్రైమ్లో ఎట్లా కంట్రోల్ చేసే లాంచ్ చేశారు అని నాకు చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. అందరికీ నా థ్యాంక్స్.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite Honorable Minister Sri KT Ramarao Garu to address the gathering.
Okay, I just want a show of hands. How many diabetics in the audience? Because I'm a diabetic, I've been thinking, that this is taking inordinately long. Oh, you are? So we should get, seriously, I'm not kidding, but yeah, thank you. Akkada. Honorable Minister for Home, Sri Mahmood Ali Garu, Honorable Director General of Police, Sri Mahendra Reddy Garu, Principal Secretary Industries, Jayesh Ranjan Garu, CP Cyberabad, Stephen Ravindra Garu, Gauranilu, Scient Chairman and Founder, Sri BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, Chevella Parliament Sabbilu, Gauranilu, Dr. Ranjit Reddy Garu, Gauranilu, Sthanika Shasan Sabbilu, Arikapudi Gandhi Garu, Honorable MLC Sri Naveen Garu, Director of IIT Sri Murthy Garu, Director of Triple IT PJ Narayanan Garu, High SIA President Manisha Sabu, Rajiv from Microsoft, of course Home Secretary Sri Ravi Gupta Garu, ACB DG Anjani Kumar Sinha Garu, CP Hyderabad CV Anand Garu, Jitendra Garu, Rajkonda CP Garu, Mahesh Bhagwat Garu, Ade Vidanga all the distinguished members in the audience from industry, from media, and of course, all the police officers who are gathered here. Firstly, I thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for everything. Thank you for attending. Thank you for making this happen. Krishna, special thanks to you. I think you deserve a big round of applause along with Cyberabad CP. I think both of you, between the two of you, you've made this happen. My compliments, congratulations. I was just sharing a joke with Mohan Reddy Garu. Recently, we went through a by-election in our state, in Munugodu. Talking about cyber crime, talking about cyber security, etc. Cyber crime is not now confined to one sphere of life. Even in politics, it has come in. Voters are being lured by way of Google Pay and, sending money directly into the accounts of voters as well is happening. So I think new age crimes need new age solutions. So Election Commission of India may also need to be, engaged and involved, not just police and not just law enforcement, but also I think we need to start sensitizing Election Commission and others as well. But more importantly, I think, today, as DG pointed out, as Cyberabad CP pointed out, technology has become all permeating. It is permeating into all spheres of life. There's not a single sphere of life which is exempt. So if you look around, we live in a very, very interesting world. Our country is about 140 crore people. The number of devices, I think, outnumber us. Today, I think each of us sitting in this room possibly has more than one phone, I'm guessing. One for public usage, one for private usage, etc., etc. Now, and we also live in an interesting world because the technology is evolving so much that your phone, you can talk to your phone. There was a possibility, at one point of time, say 10 years ago, if somebody was talking to his phone, people would look at him like a pagal. They'd say, why is he talking to a device? But now, you can talk to Siri, Siri talks back to you, Alexa talks to you, you talk back to Alexa, she tells you what the temperature is, she plays music for you. Even in the car, there is a lady guiding you where to go, how to go, where the traffic is, where to avoid, etc., etc. So we live in a very interconnected world where devices talk to each other. Your refrigerator talks to your washing machine, which can communicate to your car, which incidentally also communicates to you. Human is just one part of the larger piece of puzzle.
So what's happened as a result is in this world of interconnected devices, in this world of Internet of Things, cybersecurity is a huge, huge challenge. Cybercrime is huge. It's all pervasive. Like technology is all pervasive, cybercrime is also equally pervasive. From IP theft to identity theft to embezzlement of money. Various hues, various shades of cybercrime is seen across the world. And in fact, if you ask me, the dens of cybercrime are not the big cities, the big metros. In fact, it is the smaller towns. I don't know how many of you have watched this series. I think it's on Netflix called Jamtara. Have you? In fact, I'll just narrate a small story. A friend of mine who had just watched Jamtara, we were all sitting and chatting one day, and he tells me, I'm embarrassed to share this story with you, but I'm going to say this anyway, is what he said. We were all very curious, intrigued. So we asked him what it was about. He said, I watched this whole series on Netflix the other day, just a couple of days ago. And then, suddenly when I'm at my home, I receive a message from a cousin in the US saying I am in urgent need of 1 lakh rupees from his phone number, from his cousin's phone number, which he had stored on his phone, so he wouldn't think otherwise, right? So he got a message saying I am in dire need of 1 lakh rupees. And this man, being a very nice, compassionate cousin, he said, okay, I'm going to send the 1 lakh, and immediately, without even thinking twice, he just simply sent the money across through Google Pay, UPI, whatever technology that there is. And next day, in the family group, his cousin sends a message saying, listen, my phone has been hacked, so if any of you got any messages, please ignore. But damage is already done. And out of shame and out of guilt, out of whatever, out of fear of being ridiculed, my friend did not share this with anybody but us. Of course, we ridiculed him later, that's a different story. The point is, this whole sense of shame, ridicule, and also integrity in terms of, see, if you're a enterprise, if you are an industry, if you're an enterprise, obviously, if the word goes out that your systems are compromised, you're worried about the integrity of the data, the integrity of your processes, etc. So therefore, it becomes extremely important. And when DG was talking, when CP was talking, I was listening in very, very carefully. And of course, when Mohan Reddy Garu was mentioning that awareness needs to be promoted. How many of you here in this room know that there is a common toll-free number to report cybercrime? Anybody? I mean, not the police officers, of course. Come on, man. Anybody other than police officers who actually know that there is a countrywide toll-free number? Not a single one of us. Thank you, man. I think you're also a policeman without the uniform. Thank you. 1930. That's the toll-free number. Unfortunately, even I was not aware till I walked in here. 1930. In case there is a cybercrime, how effectively we use 100. I think 1930 needs to be populated. As Mohan Reddy Garu was saying, awareness, unfortunately, is lacking. Secondly, the problem, the conundrum, the dilemma from a government perspective. If we see increased reporting, if we see increased filing of FIRs, there is that lurking fear that the media will say the crime has increased in the city of Hyderabad, in the state of Telangana. But the fact is, if it is unreported, while the crime may have happened, if it is unreported, you're just living in denial. There is crime still happening. It's just that it is not reported. So the dilemma from a government perspective, from a lawmaker perspective is, do we then glorify the numbers? Do we then say that more reporting is happening? Is it a good thing, bad thing, etc.? But I think what's extremely important is that we build institutions that outlast individuals. See, all of us who are seated on this podium here, or those who are seated right in front of us, I think we are all ephemeral, we are all temporary. We're all going to give, a way to the future order. The fact is, unless we build institutions which will outlast us. See, for instance, Cyberabad Security Council was conceptualized by Mahender Reddy Garu when he was Cyberabad Commissioner. And today, look at it. It's thriving, it's growing, and it is building COEs, it is adding new dimensions to governance. That's why we need to build institutions that outlast individuals. That's why we need governance models where processes become more important than people. Processes have to be more important. When I say process, I don't mean just a data flow chart or a flow chart. What I mean is a simple intervention. Our Telangana police has done an extremely appreciable job when it comes to drug drunk driving. Today, there is not a single soul in Hyderabad, not a single soul in the city who's not scared, about driving after they have taken a drink. Because इससे पहले क्या होता था? कहीं पुलिस रोकते थे, हम बोलते थे मालूम मैं कौन? अब नहीं बोल सकते. कहीं को नहीं बोल सकते? कैमरा लगा हुआ है. मालूम मैं कौन? वो भी आता टीवी पे. Simple intervention, very simple intervention, but that has become a process which has basically taken the individual discretion out of the equation. Now, these are the sort of interventions, these are the sort of simple inputs that make governance more and more credible. Those are the things. Body-worn cameras by police. How do they help? People are, as a normal person, as a normal citizen, people are not very happy when police call them. आप पुलिस स्टेशन आके कंप्लेंट लिखवाओ, डरते हैं. मैं सीधी बात बोल रहा हूँ, बुरा ना मानो पुलिस ऑफिसर्स कोई भी. लोग डरते हैं, आज भी स्टिग्मा है, आज भी डरते हैं, आज भी कोई खुशी पुलिस स्टेशन तो नहीं आता. प्लीज करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग. The point is, what happens is, the uniform, the power that comes with it, the responsibility that comes with it, sometimes some people take it to their head. As a result, I'm not talking about IPS officers alone, I'm talking about general uniform wearing services. What happens as a result is, citizen is looked at as a subject, an object, not as a human being who actually is in pain. As a result, a lot of times the human element, the human face of government is missing. But when you wear a body, when there is a camera on your body, you're conscious that there is somebody in the control room who's watching me, how I behave with the citizen, and how the citizen is engaging with me. Why are these things needed? Because these are needed. The checks and balances in the system are absolutely needed to make sure that we deliver better governance. So my compliments again to DG, to the entire police force, on effecting these very, very important, simple but important changes. More importantly, coming to the topic at hand, I think proactive policing, of course, and usage of technology, I think is something that we cannot do without. I'm really, really happy because when I was in the US a few years ago, I had met Ajay Banga, the then CEO of MasterCard. Me and Jayesh, we all met him in New York. So Ajay told us, Ajay actually went to school in Hyderabad Public School. So Ajay told us, on a good day, the MasterCard server gets hit at least 30,000 times by hackers, on a good day. On a bad day, it could be as much as 500,000. So imagine the kind of threat we are living under right now. Each of our systems is supremely vulnerable. So what do we do? How do we do? Because as in more reliance on networks, as in more reliance on 5G services, 6G services, the proliferation of technology, this is going to be a huge challenge. So therefore, I compliment the CP of Cyberabad on this wonderful initiative, because I think it's important that he brought all the stakeholders together, industry, academia. I met with the Dean of Nalsar. I also met with, of course, IIIT and IIT deans. And I'm really impressed with what I saw here. Of course, the number of policemen and women who have been trained as cyber warriors is limited. But I think what's more important is how quickly, as Mohan Reddy Garu said, we can do capacity building. And that can only happen with industry participating. If you join in this effort, I think we can augment our capacities, we can build our skills rather quickly. And I thank Mohan Reddy Garu for coming forward with contribution. And he said pro bono, he would do it. And I would urge all of the industry participants here and HICIA president to please take the lead to make this happen as well. Another thing I also wanted to point out, in fact, most of the victims of cybercrime actually are those who live in the cyber world, primarily the IT guys. Now, we have more than 800,000 employees in the IT sector working from Hyderabad. If you also add up a few more lakhs, who indirectly work in the IT space, I think you have more than 1 million people working out of Hyderabad alone. And I'm very confident if you actually reach out to them. Jayesh Garu, between Jayesh and DGP and the entire police force, we can actually, how we leverage village police officer system in villages, making citizen policing an integral part of policing. We can do something very similar here. We can actually have these employees in the IT sector work with us, help us, guide us, evolve, skill, upskill and reskill as we move along the path of evolution. My humble request to you, you've also mentioned that, your team had also mentioned that you're working with MSMEs, trying to assess their capabilities, vulnerabilities, etc. But please do it in tandem with Industries Department. Because we are having several facilitation councils. We have district industry officers. We can work with you. We can actually sensitize the entire MSME ecosystem, make them more robust, ensure that they build capabilities to thwart any cyber attacks on them. Let me also quickly compliment you on coming out with SOPs. I loved what I saw when I said individuals need not be looked at, but institutions need to be built. I loved the fact that you've built SOPs, and I also loved the fact that you actually recognized and applauded your policemen and women who have actually written those SOPs. I think that deserves a big round of applause for the CP Cyberabad. What I also liked in the tour is the policy advocacy bit. CP Cyberabad was telling me that, we're not only going to be proactive in terms of ensuring crimes do not happen, but we also are promoting policy advocacy through, say, for example, KYC, KYC norms to enterprises. Likewise, policy interventions to the government as well, various agencies of the government. That's extremely important. I know Nal sir has been working on drafting, Balakrishna Reddy garu is here. They've been drafting a piece of legislation on cybercrime. And Telangana will become the first state in the country to have drafted a piece of legislation on cybercrime. We will make it happen. Please send it across quickly so that we can make it happen. Likewise, I just have 3 requests. While they may not be directly relevant to this meeting today, I think these are 3 very, very important requests. And as a citizen, as a father, and also as a lawmaker, I urge Home Minister Saab and DGP Garu to make this happen. Recently, I had received a request from a lady called Sunita Krishnan, who runs an NGO, who is a very popular, NGO that is, to create a list of sexual offenders, a registry of sexual offenders in our city, in our state. I think it's extremely important to keep our children, keep our women, keep our boys, everybody safe. So therefore, I urge Home Minister Saab, आप sexual offenders का registry बनाइए. उनको एक बार वो registry में शामिल होने के बाद, उनको कहीं भी employment नहीं मिलना चाहिए, उनको कहीं भी आगे जाके कोई सुविधा ऐसा नहीं मिलना चाहिए गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से जिससे वो फायदा ले सके. तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं सर कि आप और डीजीपी साहब सेक्सुअल ऑफेंडर रजिस्ट्री जल्द से जल्द ला लें. और दूसरी बात, I'm always fascinated with technology which has a positive societal impact. Couple of years ago, along with Scient, we had done a wonderful hackathon, like hackathon. We had run a drone event, and in which, in fact, 2 young women came forward and had demonstrated some brilliant capabilities. They had come forward, and what they had done is basically, they had shown how a drone can be used as a first responder in the case of a distress. So for instance, if there is a young woman somewhere in the middle of the night, and if she's encountered some rowdy elements or sexual offenders, whoever, all she has to do is click a button, an SOS button on her phone, and drone will take off from the nearby police station as the first responder with a siren blaring, with a camera embedded and with a light inside. Now, because the police obviously will take time to navigate through the traffic, cutting across the lanes, etc., that might cost a few precious moments and precious time. So therefore, the first responder, if that drone is already there and if it is capturing, all of that is happening on the ground with a siren blaring, it will serve as a huge deterrent. I request DGP Garu, Home Minister Garu, to kindly ensure that this happens. Now I believe the Telangana Academy of Aviation is in charge of this project. Equipment is all with them, so we can take it up and we can make it happen really, really quickly. मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ सर, ये भी जल्द से जल्द आप मुकम्मल कर देंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा नाम मिलेगा तेलंगाना राज्य को पूरा हिंदुस्तान में, and it will become a role model for the rest of the country as well. And lastly, sir, let me quickly add, like I said, no initiative will ever be successful and it will ever have scale if the citizens do not participate. So let's promote 1930. Let's promote the concept of cyber warriors. Let's ensure the people from different walks of life become a part of this wonderful Cyberabad initiative, Cyberabad Police Initiative, the Center of Excellence on Cyber Safety. I look forward to interacting more and more, and I promise you that from the industry side, from the IT side, we'll do whatever it takes to make our state more and more safe. Thank you. Jai Telangana.
Thank you so much, sir. So as we come to the end of the event, we have a very important step to complete, and that is to thank many of you who are here, who have been contributing towards bringing this dream to life, the COE. We would like to really express our deep sense of gratitude by presenting a memento to each one of the advisors who have come here, made time on a Saturday to be here with us. So may I request the dignitaries to please present the memento as they come up. I'm going to call up the names. So please come to the dais and receive the memento as a sense of deep gratitude from the SCSC and the Cyberabad police. First off, without any particular order, may I call upon Mr. Krishna Shastri, Mr. Krishna Shastri from EY. Next, Professor P.J. Narayanan. Then we have Rajiv Kumar from Microsoft. Professor B.S. Murthy from IIT Hyderabad. Manisha Sabu from Infosys and President HICIA. Ms. Lakshmi from CDAC. Professor Balkrishna Reddy, Nalsar. Professor Mahindra Agrawal, Deputy Director, IIT Kanpur, and Project Director of C3I Hub. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for each one of them. They've been pillars of the COE that we are seeing today. Lastly, we'd like to also thank the dignitaries for making time on a Saturday to be here and grace this occasion and really inspire each one of us. May I request DGP Mahindra Reddy Garu to present a memento to Honorable Minister KTR Garu. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. May I request Commissioner of Police, Cyberabad, to please hand over a memento to Honorable Minister of Home, Sri Mahmood Ali Garu. May I request Krishna Yadula to hand over a memento to the DGP of Police, Sri Mahindra Reddy Garu. May I request Sri Kalmesh Garu, DCP Crimes, to hand over a memento to Sri Jayesh Ranjan Garu. And may I call upon Avinash Mohanty Garu, Joint CP, Cyberabad, to give away a memento to Sri BVR Mohan Reddy Garu. We don't have me? Yeah. Yeah. Krishna, thank you so much. Yeah. So with this, we come to the end of this event. We've organized lunch in the front lawns in front of the building. As we walk out, there's an announcement. May I request all the partners who are working with COE to stay back after lunch to sign the MOUs. I'm just going to call out the names of the institutions, the representative from each of the